Right everyone, so just showing you a quick little hack with Ophelia. If you've been following her, you'll see that she hacked out in company yesterday with Nelly. We were trying to, because of the heat, trying to get the work done as much as possible, as quickly as possible even. Not just for the horses, for the riders too. Because it's just been so hot, and it has cooled down a bit today, so it just gives us a bit of breathing space really to be able to just do that little bit more. So what I wanted to do is just show, we've just done Nelly's this morning, and we're just obviously showing you Ophelia hacking out. Just wanted to show you that they are happy to go alone, because even though many of you nowadays don't always hack lots alone because there's so many hazards and different things, but occasionally, you know, everybody might need to go out alone sometimes. So it's good to see that the horses are happy and confident to go out on their own. And if you notice, we always I always pay attention to the horses leaving the yard and their reaction, and you know how happy they are to leave on their own and how confident. So I think that is always good to see. So as you can see, Kyle's on Ophelia today, and Kyle is, those of you that have been looking for a bigger cob, a weight carrying cob, because there's lots of cobs out there, but there's lots of 14.2s, 14.3s. It is hard to find these bigger cobs. So I think it's good to see how she copes with Kyle's size, because many of you think that you need a 16.1, 16.2 when you're taller, but as you can see, she takes up Kyle's leg absolutely fantastically. So Kyle's sort of 6'1", guys. So any of you taller riders looking for a weight carrying or, as I say, a cob that will take up your leg, then this is her. And Ophelia actually will do everything that a riding horse does. So she is a heavyweight mare, but do you know what, she doesn't, you wouldn't even know, because everybody at the yard likes to ride her. You know, she's quite enjoyable to ride. She's happy to take you forward. She's not bothered, as you can see, hacking. She rides well on the flat as well. She even pops some little jumps. So she'll do everything. She's not just a hacking cob. As you can see, she's a good hacking cob. She's more than happy to go out hacking, but also she's more than happy to ride on the flat. She'll go and do some clinics. There's no reason why she won't do a little dressage test. Absolutely everything that a riding horse can do, she will do as well. She's actually absolutely beautiful. Now, just where Kyle's riding now, this is the spooky part, although she's definitely not showing that that's the spooky part, but you can see here with the driveway, and there's sometimes a dog behind the gate, that some of the horses do just step out or just have a look, which is absolutely fine. It's totally acceptable. They're not machines. It's not a problem. But I think sometimes on the video it looks like they're just having a look at absolutely nothing. So I always like to just mention that, although that was an absolute pointless bit of information, because Ophelia never batted an eyelid. And this is what's good about this horse. She's very brave, she's very bold, she's so happy. She's just happy in life, this horse is. Whatever you're doing with her, she's just happy. She's got so much character. The amount of time I hear people saying, oh, I don't want a mare, I mean, that debate could go on and on. Especially me, because I like mares. However, regardless of me liking mares or not, this, you wouldn't know she's a mare. She is the least mare. I don't even think she knows she's a mare, to be honest, so you guys won't. She's the least marish mare you will find. She's so loving, she's so affectionate, and she sort of just talks to you. I don't know, she does some weird and wonderful things with her lips and her tongue when she's in the stable at you. It's literally as if she's talking. She loves to smile as well. So she's just full of character. she's just got the nicest nature. She's well mannered, she's easy to handle, she's polite, she's gentle for a big horse. She's very gentle, she's not pushy. I honestly could literally go on and on and on and give you nothing but positives to this horse. And I don't know if you can see, Kyle's just one-handed. Let me zoom in a bit there. Sometimes when I zoom in you lose the quality, but he's one-handed. What's he checking his phone? I've got Nikki sitting next to me. Nick's never followed a hack before. Nikki's always riding, so she's getting to see behind the scenes here. That actually looks a really nice picture there. But yeah, he was on his phone there, and do you know what, she's virtually hardly got a bridle on, if you can call it a bridle. All she's got on is a headpiece with a bit. She's got no noseband or anything, she's got no martingale, so you can see just how polite she is to ride, because if she wasn't, there's no way you could ride it in such little tack. In fact, I think you could just ride her out in a head collar with no saddle on. I might have to turn the phone off in a second, guys, because I have to turn the car around. This is where normally we pop in for a canter, but obviously we did that yesterday, so there's no need for that today. So we're just going to turn around here, and I'll pop this back on in a second. Right, so we've turned around now, obviously, on our way back. This is another thing as well, you probably wouldn't get it so much with Ophelia's type, but I always say that, you know, just to see a horse hacking up the road and then turning around and going towards home, you're not only looking at their attitude on how they react riding away from home, you also want to look at how their attitude riding towards home. So the fact that they're not getting fizzy, they're not getting strong, they're not joggy, they're not getting excitable, you know, when they're going towards home. So when they're coming out away from home, we're looking at how bold they are, how confident, how happy they are to hack, checking obviously for any napping, any confident issues, and then when they're riding back home, you know, you're looking at, as I say, if they're getting excited. You're also thinking about how they would behave if they're anxious being out on their own, remembering that they're new to us still. You know, this isn't their home that they've been in forever, so you can totally accept and understand if a horse is going to be slightly anxious to hack out alone. To be honest, that's where us as riders have to come into play, and you do have to know how to deal with. You can have the absolute best of horses out there, but when they start hacking out and they're on their own and they don't know where they are, then they you know, sometimes need some reassurance. So all that is perfectly acceptable. God, look at all these flies, guys, disgusting, following us like we're a horse. However, as you can see with Ophelia, she shows none of that anyway. And to be perfectly honest, a lot of our horses don't, because as I say, we do spend a lot of time sifting through and choosing these horses very, very carefully, and we turn down tens and tens and tens of horses before these horses get to us. Ophelia came from a riding school where we have been very lucky to have a few horses from that riding school over the years, and there isn't a single one that has been anything other than perfectly described. If anything, they've been better than described. And Ophelia definitely is continuing that as well. So when we had the chance to have her, I was, yeah, very, very pleased. But you know, she works well on the school. She's been ridden by novices, ridden by all abilities, because she will do that a bit more. She will step up. You know, she canters very well. She's nice and balanced. She's comfortable. She's happy to work. She's happy to pop the jumps. Obviously, she's happy to hack. She is good in the traffic, guys, even the heavier vehicles, because she was on the road, the yard that she was on. You have to ride straight out on a main A road, so she's very good in the heavy traffic there. I mean, we've actually not seen too much traffic on this hack, which is one of those things. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't, but we do get tractors, bin lorries, milk tankers, trailers, all the usual stuff. Kyle's also trotting virtually one. I don't think he's holding the reins in the left hand, or if he is, not very tightly. So you can see that she's just happy. She's just happy to hack along. But honestly, if you're interested in Ophelia, you have to meet this girl. As soon as you meet this girl, within 5 minutes, you're in love. She's got so much personality. I hope that I've captured that on the videos, because many of our horses, through the videos that we do and the extensive information that we've got, many of the horses are homed unseen. We are always open to that, and they're always open to being viewed as well. But hopefully on these videos it does give you a really good idea of the horse and their nature and the sort of whether they're going to fit you or not. Now I hope that this phone has behaved, because when I've videoed earlier with Nelly, it froze a couple of times. Not sure if that will show or not. Oh, look at her there. That trailer was actually really rattly as well, one of those rattly Ifa Williams trailers, so you can see how good she was. But as I was saying, yeah, we've rebooted the phone and I think we've had success. So it's good when everything goes to plan, guys. You think that the horse is what you're relying on going to plan, but half the time it's the blooming technology. I think my phone is overworked, to be honest. I think it's overworked. Sometimes it gives up. Right, so there we have it. Perfect hack on, in my eyes, a perfect horse. Kyle didn't do too bad either. Not sure he's taking Nikki's job yet. Right guys, thanks for that then.